Hey everybody, it's Lord Magicus. Alright, let's play some Mono Blue Devotion and Pioneer. Alright, so last time we tried out Chadwick, and this guy was just freaking awesome. Yeah, Nykthos to just add a bajillion mana and draw a ton of cards every time you cast it. Fantastic. And yeah, he also lets you tap down things just for casting spells. They don't even have to resolve. It's great. You can just like cast a counter spell, and it doesn't even matter if they counter it. You can still just tap their creature that they're intending to either attack or block with, and absolutely he pushes through damage like a champion. He's a 3/3, high devotion, draws tons of cards in the late game. He's really good with Nykthos. He's fine in multiples because you can just cast him to draw cards and just, he just becomes a draw spell, so it's not like drawing multiples of him is ever bad. So yeah, Chadwick is definitely going to be a mainstay in this deck. Um, so we tried playing some 2 Nykthos last time. I think for what I want to do today, I'm going to play a third one. Alright, and the reason is I want to play Cyclonic Rift in the deck. Now, Cyclonic Rift is a bounce spell for 2 mana, but for 7 mana, it is a one-sided board wipe. 7 mana bounces every non-land permanent you don't control back to her center sand. So basically, your opponent does not get to have a board. It's great. 7 mana, just you can bounce all their stuff, attack for super unblockable. They'll have nothing to interact with you. Yeah, and you just send them back to the Stone Age with this card. So it's another. Basically it's like a 5th and a 6th card, like Gadwick here, where if you draw it and you just have a ton of devotion, like you can add 7 mana with Nykthos and just win the game on the spot with it. And if you play it early in the game, that's fine. You can just bounce something. It's a card that's okay. I don't see any problem with playing this. The original Mono Blue Devotion deck in Standard played this card, and I think just like 2 is a fine number to test with. But because I'm gonna, add these two, I'm gonna add one more Nykthos to help with this. So we're gonna play 20 islands and 3 Nykthos and see how that goes. To accommodate that, I've cut 1 Brazen Borrower because it kind of does the same thing for the most part, and I've also cut 1 Cloudfin Raptor. We cut 1 Borrower, so that's a little bit less creatures to trigger this, but also Cloudfin's not particularly great in multiples. I think you want like 1 of this card. Excuse me. Yeah. Cloudfin doesn't trigger itself, but all the other creatures can trigger it, so I think that playing 3 of them is going to be fine. Yeah, and basically everything else is going to stay the same. The sideboard, however, we cleaned up a little bit, so there are a bunch of decks floating around. There's Dredgeless Dredge, where I think Grafdigger's Cage is going to be very strong. Damping Sphere is a new addition to the sideboard. I think it might be the first time we've ever played it on this channel, actually. And the reason we're going to play it is because of the Lotus Storm deck. It is a huge non-bow with Nykthos. However, against Lotus Storm, they basically can't win the game while this is on the table, because their Lotus Field goes from making 3 mana of any color to just making a single colorless. So, Lotus Storm, it's like the Twiddle deck in Modern, where their goal is to just basically cast a bunch of spells that untap their land so that they can retap it for 3 mana, just make a bunch of mana, and then ideally they want to ramp up into something where it's either like a dual cast on Expansion Explosion, or they're going to cast, the Fae of Wishes. They're going to get a card from their sideboard, probably Omniscience, and then just win from there. So, Damping Sphere is a card that will hedge very much against that deck, because it punishes them for casting more spells in a turn, which they want to cast like a bajillion spells in 1 turn, but it also just like straight up destroys their Lotus field, so it doesn't actually do anything. So yeah, the card's there for that. Still going to keep the 3 Mystical Disputes. These are good against control. Tidebinder and Cerulean Drake are cards we're going to use to hedge against the mono-red decks. Tidebinder can also come in against like any of the green-based decks too. This card's perfectly fine. I like this. Yeah. Protection from red's going to be very strong. However, we do have Master Waves, but this comes down earlier, and the protection is not immunity to the red deck anymore, like you would think it is, because they also play with this Bone Crusher Giant, which has the Stomp ability, and it stops damage from being prevented. So protection from red is not always going to save your creature as much as you think it will. Finally, we're going to keep the Sorceress Spyglass. This card's fine against like Ballistas or Planeswalker decks, like, you know, the control decks or anything. I think we probably, it's just a generic catch-all answer. I think this is fine to keep. Otherwise, I'm not really, I don't want to change much else here. I think this is a pretty solid sideboard. You could tweak a few numbers of cards, but I think in general all of these cards are pretty close to like where we want to be. We have enough stuff to hedge against most of the really popular decks, so, well, let's try it and see how it goes. I have high hopes for this. We'll see how the meta catches us today, though. Who knows? Anything can always happen in any given day, so. Alright. Pioneer, where are we at here? Pioneer League. And, yep, Devotion. Let's do this. Alright. Let's go. I'm excited. I like playing this deck. I think this is fun, and Chadwick has like just super impressed me. I think the card is just great. Does basically everything that we want it to do. Even against control, it's just like as a house. Like they tap out for Supreme Verdict. It's like, okay, I'll just play a Gadwick and draw some cards. What, are you gonna kill it and like tap yourself out again? All right, well, I'll just play another one, and now this time I'll draw even more cards. And it just keeps getting worse for them every time that it resolves. Alright, let's go. Alright, well, we are on the draw against Atticus LOL. Alright. Unfortunately, this is not a keep. We only have 1 mana. We really need to keep at least 2 lands. This hand's fine. We can keep this. I guess I'm going to put Master of Waves in the bottom. I think. I can't put a Storm... I mean, I guess I could put a Harbinger in the bottom, actually. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to cast this or not. I guess that's fine. We really need to draw 1 more island, though. That's... Oh, God. Are we getting Thought Seized? Yeah. Because if we don't draw another island, we're never actually making double blue to cast, like, any of these things. So this is, like, the one bad thing about Nykthos, but, like, we can't afford to throw this back. We just have to draw a land to the next 2 turns. Yeah, well, no matter what they take, like, it's not really going to affect us that much. We're just... I don't know. It took Siren Storm Tamer. I guess it's because it's the only thing we can cast right now. I mean, yay! This is exactly why I didn't put 3 Nykthos in the original list, because I was afraid that this was going to happen. So we have gotten super punished by this already. That's insane. I'm going to Thought Seize me again. Dreadhorde Invasion. Yeah, this thing is basically like a Bitter Blossom. Alright, well... I don't know if I can actually afford to cast this right now. No, but I need the Devotion. This sucks. Alright, well, I'm going to cast it. So they only get 1 token, but the token is going to continually get bigger and bigger. I still can't actually cast Gadwick. That sucks. Well, we're not casting it. They took it away with Thoughtseize. Yeah, so... that's not good. We have got, like, nothing going on here. Alright, well... Okay, if we can untap with this, then maybe we can get something going. Yep. He has no cards in hand. So if I block this one, then like that's. If I block this one, he's just going to sacrifice it and get 2 cards out of it. If I can do it with this one right now, and he can't actually get any cards from it. I'm not sure what's better. I think I'm going to just block this one. Just because he can't sacrifice it. Maybe I should have targeted this one instead. I didn't think about that. I probably should have. Alright, yeah. He's got 2 cards left. Alright, well. I will keep this one. So he's gonna amass more. We probably need to block this thing soon, though. Hopefully he just has like 2 lands in his hand. Yeah, I don't think he's attacking. Okay. I can bounce this back to his hand, and that's actually lethal, so let's just do that. Like, now this Dreadhorde invasion probably just kills him. So he's never getting that to 6 power. Okay. That doesn't help you yet. Because you're still going to lose a life from this now, so you die. Wow, we won on a mulligan in the face of double Thoughtseize. That's insane. And we drew 3 Nykthos. That was also ridiculous. How could we... I don't understand how we managed to beat that. Against this deck, there's not very much that I want, actually. Maybe the Wizard's Retorts. I don't know if we keep those or not. Let's see. They could have red creatures. They might have Planeswalkers too, but they also probably have like Culligan's Command. Honestly, I don't know if there's really anything in the sideboard I really want that badly. I mean, Cyclonic Rift seems like it is probably fine. Like, all of these cards seem like they're actually pretty fine. The only thing, this can counter a Thoughtseize, but, like, I don't know if there's anything I want to take out for it. I think maybe the Retort is just better to keep for the late game. I don't really want to change very much. It has protection from red, though. Like, we have to take this card because it's immune to like a ton of their removal. All right. So what do we cut here? Maybe like Retort, and I have to cut 2 more things. Cloudfin Raptor might not be very good. Harbinger seems like it's fine because it can bounce the tokens. What about Trickster? I don't know if Trickster's going to be that good or not. I mean, it could be. You know what? We'll do it like this. I think we just have to bring in protection from red just because, like, it turns off most of their removal. That's not, like, Fatal Push. This hand is... It's a little bit clunky, I think, but we're going to keep it. It has lands and things to do with those lands, so... I have a mountain in hand, so we're getting duressed. You miss. Swing and a miss, champ. Gadwick's actually pretty good here because it curves very well. And they don't know about this card, so actually I'll put it over here. Okay, sure, that doesn't really do anything. Yes. They don't know about this one either. So next turn we could just play Gadwick into Master of Waves, and like honestly that might just beat them. This stupid token they're getting from this is not really going to help them very much. It's just like fairies in Modern. You have to like make the Bitter Blossom work against them. If you pressure their life total enough, then the tokens aren't relevant. Alright, Goblin Chain Whirler sucks, but that's fine. We're still going to play Gadwick just because it's going to make Master of Waves much better. Okay, so they don't know about these two cards. Interesting. I feel like if I block, he's just going to play another Chain Whirler. And there's no real reason to allow that to happen. I don't know, I guess we'll tap that thing. Alright, now, like, I didn't want to, like, let him play Chain Whirler and kill off Gadwick, because if he does that, then I don't get to keep Devotion on the board. And now, yeah, now he's in trouble. So I have 4 mana here. I can play Storm Tamer. The question is, how do I... Yeah, Well, if I play another Master of Waves, then the tokens just, like, are going to crush him. And I can play Master of Waves and still hold up the Wizard's Retort, which I think that makes sense. And I can attack with the Elementals. Oh yeah, I can tap down his guys too. So we'll add 4 blue. Play another Master of Waves. We'll tap down Chain Whirler, I guess. Actually, no, I should have tapped down the zombie. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to attack with the Elementals. Like, it feels like this is over. He only has 2 cards left. Yep, alright, we win. So, yeah, we beat, like, the red-black deck, and just Master of Waves and Gadwick, the tag team crushing it. It's great. Yeah, it looks like maybe they had some kind of spell in their hand, maybe Stomp or something, or, like, Wild Slash or something like that, but, yeah, we weren't going to throw Gadwick away for that. That was just stupid, so... Crushed it. Alright, well, we are on the play. Let's do this. This hand is actually perfectly fine. We'll keep it. If we can draw another land, then this will curve out great. We get to see Thassa for a change. She doesn't normally show up. We only have 2 of her in the deck. So. Mold to 5. Okay, that's... Mold to 4! That's great news for us. I'm so sorry, opponent, but we need this. I gotta keep the good times rolling. Especially with Merfolk Trickster, that we're going to be able to just keep attacking for days. And we're against the red deck. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that's beautiful. Yep. Let's get this Trickster out there. We'll play Thassa. Okay. Sure, you stomp it. start fixing our draws. I only have 2 cards left, so against the red deck, like them mulliganing to 4 just feels like a win. Oh, that's beautiful. Actually, yeah, we can put that on top because we can just play Siren Storm Tamer here and hold up the counterspell. We can also still just play Trickster at any point too, so if they draw a land to try to play Bone Crusher, we can just counter it. No, well, that we're going to counter. Because I'm not going to let them have 2 of those to play. Okay, so they can play Bone Crusher Giant, but it doesn't... Okay, that's also fine, I guess. No blocks. Actually, yeah, let's put that on top. Because that will let us get to a point where we can just cast, like, Cyclonic Rift. So we'll have 4 mana, 5. If we can put, like, another thing on top, then we'll be good. Yeah. Interesting. You know, just play Trickster here. We can trade it with the Rabble Master. This is fine. Okay, that's also fine. See if we can find Gadwick. That'd be very strong. Yeah, we don't need another land. Guess we just attack. We do need to find more gas, though. We're needing that very quickly. Gadwick, I think, would still help a lot. If you could turn on Thassa. Even Master Waves would be very good. Alright, well, we do have to bounce this. Because that thing is just going to hurt us way too much. Alright, come on, Master Waves. That'd be perfect. Bottom. That's still... it's not perfect, but at least we can counter it. Next turn, we probably can't afford to attack, though. Well, they might actually get there if we fail to draw something for another turn in a row. Oh, that's what we want. Like, I have a hard time imagining how they're going to win now. Yeah. It doesn't do anything. Because we can still protect Master from anything. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I don't know that an attack is good for you, so I don't think I would. He only has 1 card left in hand, so... Oh my god, what happened? Oh, he cast Wild Slash and he had the 4-power creature. Oh my god, that was stupid. I just threw that. Well, alright, that was just absolutely dumb. I totally forgot about. Why the fuck do we keep drawing the cards that we scry to the bottom? That's frustrating. Alright, well. Damn it, I forgot that the Wild Slash is not just that spell, it's until end of turn. Well, we have to counter this. Damn it, I threw... That was so I should not have blocked with Master of Waves. Alright, well, that's gotta trade with that thing. Alright, come on. Gas! No! That's terrible! Oh my god, we are gonna lose because we just keep top-decking garbage. Thassa's, like, helping us and we're still just dying. They didn't even use this thing. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. We're dead. Well, we died because we just kept drawing like shit, and I threw away Master of Waves because I forgot about how that works. So, yeah, Red Deck beat us on a mull of 4. That makes me feel like absolute garbage. I should not have lost that. That was just unacceptably terrible. Cloudfin seems really bad here, and what else? Honestly, Thassa's not really where we want to be either. You have to take out one more card. I think Cyclonic Rift is okay because we need that, and I'm not sure. Like, what do we take out here? I don't really want to take this out because this is one of the cards that just like ends the game for us, kind of. Guess maybe Harbinger's not really that good. Like, Trickster seems better. They like mulled very far down and still managed to beat us, and part of that was a bad choice, but part of it is also because we just drew like garbage, and that's insanely frustrating. This is also insanely frustrating because that's not keepable. Alright, I guess this is better. Keep it and we'll put Island in bottom. They kept 7 cards, which is not good for us. Honestly, like, Nikachu says that like this match is really hard, and I actually believe that. Like, we have a lot of cards that make it look like red should be very good for us, but at the same time, it kinda isn't. I'm not going to play Harbinger yet. I want to wait to get some value out of it. I'll do it next turn when I can play Island and then Harbinger. So I want to bounce this thing. Yep. Well, we didn't have another land, so that's good. So I really kind of want to protect this from Wild Slash or something, so I'm not going to play the Storm Tamer. You know what? I should have attacked, though. That was a mistake. I'm so tilted from the last game that, like, I just missed that attack, and it's just going to snowball into worse and worse mistakes. Alright, well, I'm not blocking this, because I don't want them to just blow me out and turn it into a 2-3. Alright, well, I don't think they have another Wild Slash. You're just going to replay this. That's fine. That's actually kind of tempting to do that first now. They also... okay, so... could keep this thing tapped down. I don't have any way to use this mana, though. Like, I can't play both of these and, like, protect the thing. The upside is if this thing... If they live next turn, though, then that's also very strong. Well, let's attack first because they're not going to block. Alright. Actually, hold on. Undo. What if I play Siren Storm Tamer? That only gives me 3 devotion, yeah, so... yeah. F6. Because now if Master of Waves resolves, we get way more tokens. And it's gonna... and we can actually even protect our stuff. Alright, so yeah, they can fry. It's less value out of this turn. Alright. I guess we attack first. There's 3 cards left. Alright, I'm just gonna do this now. So have to be careful. Do not block with the Master of Waves, if because they can just threaten to stomp something and then kill it. Yeah. Well, that's going to be very good to Tidebinder down, and I'm assuming they're not exerting it. That's interesting. All right. Oh, okay. Let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can tap Nykthos for 4 mana. I don't know if I want to do that though. Not this turn. I think we wait one more turn because we need to keep this thing from attacking us again. And I have to have the Storm Tamer mana to protect it. They're tapped out right now, so I think it's safe to go in. Right, I can do this. It just threatens to kill them. They can attack me. 2, 4. Yeah, I'm not really worried. I think this is a pretty safe attack. If they want to double block this thing, that's fine. I feel pretty safe here. How much mana do I have? Not enough for this to kill them, right? Does it matter? One, two, three, 4. I actually could cast this Cyclonic Rift, tap that down. Yeah, there's not really a good way to do this, though. So what happens? Like, if they block these 2, then they still die, right? So... Mutavault can block Master of Waves. What happens if they block, like, these 2? That's also fine. Just trying to think if they're... I could just play Gadwick for 0 right now. But like if I play Gadwick for 0, then I have to decide whether I want a Cyclonic Rift right away. Whereas, let's see, I could just attack them with everything here, right? I could block the... Well, I don't want to... this is so hard. It's target non-land permanent, so I can't tap it with that. They have 2 cards. I'm just trying to think. If they have a removal spell, Storm Tamer can counter 1 removal spell. If I attack with all of these things, they do have to... Alright, can I guess maybe the safe thing is just attack with the elementals and see what happens. Then, can I cast Gadwick or not? That's the other question. Like, what happens if I cast Gadwick and then Cyclonic Rift, just bounce that back to their hand? Then I get in for all of this damage, and they can block this, but that's still lethal. Alright, I think they can block that and, like, kill 2 things, but I would still kill them, right? Yeah, okay. So I think that's what we're going to do. So, 1, 2, 3... Okay. I don't know. I guess tap that. Yeah, okay. So they just conceded. Alright. How do we lose the first game and then win this one so strong? Alright, well, I think everything... Yeah, it looks like everything that we sideboarded was probably correct here, so... Let's just continue, and we'll do this again. Yeah, I think that was the math checked out for us there, so we could beat 2, like, removal spells in that case. This hand is actually not very good. You mold the 6. I think we need a little bit more creatures. This is better. Alright, so we're going to keep this, and I think here... I think Wizard's Retort goes on the bottom. This is a way better hand than the first 6. So, alright, that's also not a bad draw. I think he knows there's nothing we're going to cast for 1, so... that's also very good. Alright, well, let's play this Drake that he can't do anything about. You can shock me in the face if you want. Alright, so his hand doesn't look very strong. Oh, he's stuck on 2 mana. That's beautiful. Alright, so I guess we're just going to play Harbinger. No, let's attack first. I just want to put a bunch of devotion on the table first. I mean, maybe he has a bunch of burn spells, but if that's fine if he does. So if I draw another land, I just want to be able to slam Master of Waves for 1,000,000 and have him not be able to do anything about it. Okay. Yep, that's useless. Yep. I could cast Gadwick here. I think the safe thing to do is just go with Tidebinder first. Attack. Because I don't really want to block with it. I know it has pro-red, but I don't have a way to protect it, so there's no reason for me to want to hold it back. Lightning Strike. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, well, I will play Gadwick here. I don't actually have to, though. No, I think it's fine. We might draw out another removal spell. It also makes his attacks really weird. It's like I'm not blocking. Yeah, okay, so we did draw out another removal spell. This is still getting really awkward for him, though. So he only has 2 cards left. Play the Storm Tamer. We will flash that in at end of turn. So I'll just keep the Drake up so I can block something this turn. Chandra. Ooh, alright. Alright. Well, he can't. I'm glad to take the 2 damage instead of him casting that, so. I guess I'm going to bounce this back to his hand. So I have to make a choice here. I can go after Chandra, put it on 3. Then if he... Yeah, then I can just flash in Borrower. I'm fine with taking some damage this turn. Yeah, I'm fine with flashing in Borrower on his end step. We have to kill this Chandra before he starts drawing his way out. And as soon as we find another land, then he's like in 11. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's terrible. That's going to screw up everything. Now we need to have like a bounce spell or something to get past it. Nope. Alright, well, again, I'm glad he's not casting that, at least. Alright, let's see if we can find, like, a Trickster or something so Chandra can die. That's actually pretty good. How much mana can I make here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I can make 5 mana. So I could draw a Storm Tamer, tap this down off of Gadwick, or I can just like slam Master of Waves. Like that seems like that's probably pretty good. I can only make 5, but if I play Gadwick first, I could actually protect it with the Storm Tamer still. And still draw a card, right? Yeah, I can. And then next turn I can like double Master of Waves. That seems strong. Alright, let's just play Gadwick for x equals 1. So maybe we do draw another Storm Tamer. We could tap this down and just kill Chandra. Alright, well. Do I attack with this turn? I could do that, but I don't really want to lose my devotion just yet. Because I think once we just slam double Master of Waves, then shit's gonna really hit the fan for them. Okay. Bone Crusher Giant, that's something to be scared of. Because I think they can cast either part of it. Targeting Brazen Borrower. Yeah, I don't really want him to do that, because then that makes my Drake weaker. Ooh, that sucks. Guess I'll block here. Alright, that's fine. I mean, that turn could have went better for us, but it's fine as is. So let's play Tidebinder first. I guess we want to keep the Phoenix tap down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Let's just put Chandra in a world of hurt. I need to tick Chandra down so she can't just minus and kill the Tidebinder mage. But this is now starting to look pretty good for us because we should be able to kill Chandra next turn, more than likely, and Master... Or we actually might even just be able to kill them, because at this point, yeah, that's fine. Like, we're not blocking with Master Waves, and we're definitely just going to block with tokens here. Alright, so he has no cards in hand. He played a... Why did you play the land from your hand instead of that one? Alright, well, they just gave up because, yeah, this board is ridiculous, and it was only going to get worse for them, so... Alright, Cerulean Drake did pull out the games 2 and 3. That was pretty strong, and even Gadwick, like, drew out a bunch of removal, which was helpful. I think our sideboard plan worked pretty well. We were able to grind with them into the late game, even in the face of Chandra, which was nice. Tidebinder did some good work there. Yeah, but, like... It definitely, like, they have cards that they can get through our protection, but I think as long as we play careful, I think we have a pretty good shot at beating them. It is really hard, though. It's very easy to make a mistake, and I think maybe I cost myself game 1, but we've won the hard game, so... Alright, well, we're on the draw against, what is he? Feedy 1. Alright, cool. Alright, what are we playing against here? Alright, well, this hand is definitely a keep. We've got a bunch of stuff that we can cast, and... Alright. If you draw another land, that would be great. Alright, so this might be the Ensoul artifact deck. Yeah, it's... Well, this Harbinger of the Tides is really gonna, like, fuck his day up. If he Ensoul artifacts this thing, then we're gonna just Harbinger, bounce it, and he's gonna lose everything. Do it. Yes! Alright. No blocks. So we took a bunch of damage, but Harbinger is now gonna, like, wreck him. Yes. Attack. Alright. And hopefully we can draw more lands, but we still have Tricksters and Retorts to hold up until then. Alright. I mean, that card's annoying, but Trickster can also eat that thing, so... Yep. Yep, that makes sense. You get in for your 1 damage. I cannot block, obviously. Alright, this is fine. So, we can just attack. I guess I'm just gonna attack with... No, they do have removal spells in their deck. No, I want to do it like this. I'll hold the Cloudfin back. Just because it will incentivize them to either... If they're going to attack with this, then it's going to make it hard for them to choose what to do here. And then if they attack with this thing, then Trickster will definitely let us kill it with 2 different creatures. Okay. For as long as skilled animator remains in the battlefield. Actually, I probably should have countered that. Alright, well, here's where we're going to trickster this thing down. I'm not going to let it attack me. Well, that's good. Alright. I think this is fine. You can block one thing and take 4 damage. They have 2 cards left in hand. So what happens if I play Tempest in? Like, they're at 11. No, I guess I should probably just play Trickster again. Let's just make sure nothing terrible happens here. Like, we might want to use Wizard's Retort or Trickster. Alright. Again, I'm just going to tap this thing down. And then maybe if we draw a land, we can just play Master of Waves. Or if it's a Nykthos, we can just like unload our hands because we'll have a ton of devotion. Now their attacks are still not good. He's attacking just because he's going to throw this away, so that's fine. Yeah. You need to let this resolve first, yeah. So you get your extra card. Alright, so they're throwing away 2 cards for 3 cards. I have a removal spell, maybe. Looks like they're debating on what they want to stomp. Oh, Shrapnel Blast. Okay, that's fine. They sacrifice the Citadel. That's also fine. He's at 9, so we're in pretty good shape to win here. Alright, so in this case, we have a couple options. Again, we could just attack in. You can block one of them and go to 5. Tempest Shin then also is threatening to probably kill him. I think we can afford to take an attack to the face. Yeah, just... So here, either Tempest Jin or Gadwick would both be good. I think Jin is a little bit better. It's 4 toughness, and it has flying, so this also effectively means they can't really attack. If we play... Yeah, and we have Cyclonic Rift to follow it up. I think Tempest Jin is the way to go here, because this basically puts him at 2, maybe at 1, so this plus any one of these creatures hitting him in the face is going to kill him. So as long as we don't die this turn, I think we're in good shape. But also, like, he has to be careful because using any of these for colored mana means if we draw an island, then this just kills him. Alright, I think we just win here, right? Yeah, because we have a counterspell, so that's just the game. Does that actually do anything? Go block, block. Yeah, you can't make any more colored mana or you die. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, it didn't do anything. Alright, well. So, yeah, it's been a while since we've seen the Ensoul Artifact deck, but I think that so this is a pretty good match for us. We might want the Mystical Dispute. They do have Ensoul artifacts to counter with it. Trying to think what all is actually good against their deck. They have a lot of red removal, so maybe Cerulean Drakes. Yeah, again, and like the Cyclonic Rifts and Brazen Borrowers are fantastic. Thassa probably doesn't seem that good here. Harbinger is great. Trickster is fine, but not perfect. Maybe you just play it like this just to play around the removal. No, we need Trickster because that can get through. Trickster can keep the 5/5s from attacking us, so what do we cut here? I think the counter spells are all okay. Like Tempest Jin as a flyer is fine. They do have stuff like Wild Slash, so we have to keep in some number of counter spells and Storm Tamers. Cloudfin's good. This is tough. I think we have a lot of very good cards here. What about Master Wave? Seems fine. They can just block stuff forever. Maybe a Tempest Jin's what we cut. I don't know. Like that card seems very strong because it can. It's one of the. Just kills them. Ugh. This is very difficult. Okay. I mean, this could also be maybe we don't need all of these Gadwicks. What's better, Gadwick or Tempest Jin? And this does have synergy with like a lot of these cards too. I'm gonna say maybe cutting one of these will be fine. Oh my god, it's terrible. You know what? I think this thing can actually trade with their stuff. Alright, so I'm gonna cut Gadwick. Just one. It's tough. I think the Drake is going to be a little bit better just because it has protection from their removal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we don't actually need the Drakes. This hand seems great. Because this is another instance where if they just go and like for an early Ensoul artifact, then they're just going to get blown out by Harbinger the Tides. Alright. Ginger Brew, yeah, get your one in. Alright. Maybe Drake isn't as good as I'm giving it credit for. They do have a lot of like artifact mana. Ooh, that's actually... I didn't even think about that. Alright, well... They can just replay this next turn, but I still have to play Harbinger. Like, I don't have a choice. I have to bounce this thing. They can still just play it, and you know, everything's perfectly fine for them. But I need the wizard in the table, so that way it turns on the retorts. Yeah, can still equip this for 3. Yeah. Two less of it targets a colorless creature. So they still have to... Yeah, it's not great, but like I think, again, I'm still going to have to Harbinger it back, right? I could wait one more turn, actually. Because next turn I can play Harbinger and Wizard's Retort. I'm going to do that. I'm going to use one of these counter spells this turn if I... Yeah, absolutely not. That can't happen. That will just make this way too hard to deal with. Oh, alright. So, no, that's going to happen. Well, alright, so if they don't have another land drop, they can't equip it, but it's going to be very scary if they do. Alright, so that's a good sign. Okay. Alright, let's bounce it. We're going to counter it again, because it seems like this might be their only creature. And they don't have very many lands, so this could be a good way to win. See what we got. Now he has another stubborn denial. Oh, okay. Nope, you have that. But at least you're not attacking this turn. That's nice. Okay, so here is the problem. Next turn, if they draw a land, they can just make it a 5/5 and attack, and I can't block it anyway. Whereas if I could potentially race them, I think. Alright, well, no, if they... Okay, so if they don't make it a 5/5, they can get in for 3. Oof. Yeah, I gotta think about how... Alright, how can I win this game? Because I can attack them for 5, put them to 8, and I only have 5 damage on board, so I'm not going to kill them the turn afterwards. Whereas they can definitely then make this a 2-turn clock, because I won't be able to block it, and then the turn afterwards they can just make it so I can't block. So that puts me in a scenario where I have to top deck something that can stop this. Whereas if they just equip one thing to it and then make it unblockable, yeah. If they equip one thing and make it unblockable, then I go to 7, and then it still gives me 2 more draws. Alright, and because of that, this is definitely making it... There's a ton of draws they can have that would make this terrible. Like, if they draw a land, we're in deep shit, because then we're in a 2-turn clock anyway, and then we have to draw something in order to not die. Then we need to draw, like, Brazen Borrower, or, like, another Harbinger, or something like that. So the question is, do I attack? If I attack right now, it gives me 1 draw. I might only have 1 more draw if they draw a land. If they just equip both of these and attack, I could trade like 2 Harbingers with this thing. If they draw a land, then it's just going to hit me for 5 and I'm dead in a turn anyway. I think I'm just going to pass. Because if they attack me down to 7... Right, if they attack me down to 7, then it still gives me potentially 2 turns to figure out a plan. But I think here I will try to trade with it if they just go double equip attack. Alright, well they drew the land, so we're on 1... Yeah, we have exactly 1 turn. Yep. Didn't attack, that's surprising. Alright. Well, that's helpful. Alright, so we have 5. So what can we draw here? Okay, so... I have to weigh how many cards I want to draw versus being able to cast them. So if I could add 5 mana, draw 2 cards off of Gadwick, and then probably be able to play any 2 of them, because then I will have a bajillion mana after that. I think what if I all right, so I can go 5 and then play Nykthos and then go 7 and draw 4 cards in the hopes that one of them is a bounce spell. Or even just like a Merfolk Trickster would be good. I think that's the play. I want to keep this one. Alright, yeah, I think we just hold up 2 mana here, because if it's like Tempest Jin, yeah, I think we want to draw 5 cards. I think that gives us the best chance of being able to do something about this. Okay, so evolve this. We'll see if we can draw something. That's very good. Actually, no, we don't want to. We just want to attack in the air. So the cool thing is that Trickster, we can tap it down even, yeah, even if they counter this. So I'll go to their upkeep. Definitely that. So now it actually doesn't matter if they counter this. Oh shit! No, and it does. It does actually matter. All right. Well. All right. That was the one thing that they could have had. So. Still, they're not attacking us for lethal yet, unless they can find another way to give it another +5. Okay, that's not lethal yet either. We can make it on, yeah, okay, so we go to 5, but I think we might actually kill them. Okay, so I can tap this down, right? And then I have 2, 4, 6, 8. I have exactly 11 damage. So is there a correct way to do this? I think I just cast the Siren Storm Tamer. I think that'll work. Yep, alright, we got there. 3 in a row. Man, we were just busting them out today. Again, Chadwick, the ultimate draw 5 cards and just like get there with it. What a boss. I think our opponent probably should have attacked us a turn earlier, though. I'm not sure why they didn't, and I think that could have potentially cost them. I'm not sure if it would have worked or not, though. It's hard to say, because if they had Dive Down to go with it, then I think they could have actually killed us in 2 turns, so... I'm trying to think. Yeah, I think that was probably a mistake in their part. They should have attacked, but you know what? We're a deck that can just pounce on weakness like that because we have tons of tempo tools and lots of tap effects, lots of bounce effects. Gadwick drew 5 cards that game by himself and like tapped down a creature for victory. What more can you ask for? Alright. We are on the draw against Samp 6. This hand looks fine, actually, because we can curve Cloudfen into Storm Tamer. Up against a Watery Grave deck, so maybe Thoughtseize. Yep, okay. Which means this might be like Grixis or Esper Control. Actually, no, there are other decks I think that could do this. I'm trying to think. Does the Dredge deck play Thoughtseize in it? I don't know. If they're taking Storm Tamer, that means they probably are a control deck of some kind. It could be like Grixis. But I still feel really good about the rest of her hand. Like, this is looking to curve pretty well. If they play anything, we can just bounce it and then follow into Thassa into Master. Like, fantastic. Alright, pass. Gadwick is also fantastic. I want to play Thassa first, though, just because she's going to help us top deck the mana we need for the rest of this. So yeah, we are up against Grixis Control. That feels like that's what this has to be. And they have to know if they play anything. I'm just bouncing it, so it doesn't really matter. I mean, if you want to kill this, go for it. The Royal Scions, okay. Interesting. Draw a card, then discard a card. Yeah, that's fine. Well, let's just get this out of here now. I want to get this Master of Waves out, but I need to draw more mana, so... Alright. Well, Cloudfan's looking pretty sad right now, but he is going to get better. They can play Royal Scions again, that's not a big deal. So we can still just either bounce it or threaten to flash this in to attack it. They don't have any creatures, so... What is... Like, I guess this is a... Maybe it's not a control deck. Maybe they have, like... They might have some creature that actually, if that matters. I think I do want that on top. Do I? Oh, that's actually hard. You know what? No, I need more mana. That's better. So here, I can just play Master Waves, get a bunch of tokens, and it's going to be hard for them to deal with it, so... And that means this Cloudfin's going to double evolve, too. Do you have... Okay, that's fine. Alright, well, when we get 2 tokens out of this... It's still not bad, because... If most of their removal is red, then they're going to have a hard time killing this thing. Now, like, Gadwick is just getting ever stronger if we just top deck lands. And just attack the Scions. Anything that threatens to block this, we can bounce. I can't play Culligan's Command on Master of Waves. We also could just Cyclonic Rift this back to their hand. That's possible. Alright, what do you got going on? Chandra. Okay, that's not good. 2 mana. They killed off one of the... Alright, that's... I mean, I guess it's okay. Alright, what do we got here? Absolutely not. That's like the worst possible thing we could draw. That's fine. So let's see. I can go after Chandra here, and then bounce this. That might be the play. I think I am going to do this. I'm going to bounce the Scions now because I don't want them ticking it up or being able to counter this. I need it to stay within range that like I can actually kill it. Yeah, alright, so what did you exile here? Oh, Fatal Push, okay. You know what? That's fine. You can kill off like a token with it. That's actually got to be a hard choice. Like, do you kill off a token or deal me 2 damage? Because, yeah. I think you probably need to kill the Elemental token. Yeah, that's fine. And then you can recast your Royal Scions. Yep. Well, we're definitely going to play Trickster. And hopefully, yeah, Nathasa can actually kill this thing off then, so... So we can just play either Chadwick or Brazen Borrower. Yeah, let's put that on top. That seems fantastic. Alright, Chadwick. X is 2. Draw us 2 cards. We're going to kill off both of his Planeswalkers. So you kill Chandra, you go after the Scions, you go after the Scions. Yeah, our opponent is in a lot of trouble right now. It looks like they're just playing a control deck, but I don't... They've lost like 2 of their win conditions, I think, so we've got a ton of pressure on the board. That's not really very good right now. I can just make all my stuff unblockable. Okay. So is this just like Grixis Midrange? Is that what I'm seeing? Yeah, actually, I do want that on top. So you're at 16, huh? So I have some choices here. I can make Thassa unblockable. You know what? Okay, so I could play Tempest Jin, tap this down, and then just like attack with everything, because this actually can't get bigger, and then I can just flash this in on their turn to tap this down again, and that's, I think, probably close to the game. So we'll tap down Rotting Regisaur. Let's attack. There's nothing they can really do here. Yeah, that's fine. I mean, even if they attack with that thing, it doesn't really matter, because we still have Brazen Borrower as well. So, like, nothing they do really does anything. Yeah, absolutely. Alright, we just crushed them. So they are playing some creatures in here, so the tempo plan I think is just going to be very strong. They have Stubborn Denials, which is worth noting. Protection from red seems like it's good against some of their removal, but not all of it. Let's see, what else? Cloudfin Raptor seems like it's not that good. I mean, it's fine, but maybe, I don't know. I'm debating on that. I don't know if this is a Cloudfin match, because it gets killed off very easily. I think maybe Mystical Dispute might be a little bit better than Cloudfin Raptor, because this can counter the Royal Scions and also their counter magic for our stuff. I mean, they probably have some other blue cards that we haven't seen. Yeah, I think that's what I want. I just want more counter spells. I don't think I need this. And they've shown that they do have like Fatal Pushes and stuff in their deck, so I don't know if I desperately need this card. The Cyclonic Rift seems like it'll be fine. Especially if you can like bounce the Regisaur in response to them having to discard a card, that would be adorable. What else? Alright, you know what? The Spyglasses also could be fine. Maybe this is... They might have stuff like a Braid, though. Thassa seems like it's actually pretty good here. Maybe... yeah, I don't know. Like, Harbingers and Tricksters, like, they all seem like they're okay. This does counter Thoughtseizes. I don't know, the Borrower seem fine. Like, I guess the question is, do I want Cyclonic Rift or do I want, like, Spyglass? So they do have Planeswalkers. Is there anything else I would want to cut? I mean, they don't actually have that many blue cards that we saw, so you know what? Maybe Spyglass is a little bit better, but I'm going to do it like this. If they show me more blue cards in Game 2, then I'll bring in more disputes, or I'll readjust based on this. But again, I think this is a match where a lot of our stuff's very good. Ugh. Okay. I guess I'm keeping this just based on the strength of like these cards. So individually, they're all very strong. Okay, so no Thoughtseize, that's good. Pass. So if they play Regisaur, we'll be able to bounce it. Can tempo him out a little bit. Okay, if you stomp me, that's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's gonna happen, so. I really don't want to bounce this thing, but at the same time, like, I don't really want it attacking me either. I think this is worth bouncing. Alright, we'll just start jamming Tempesh in, and then eventually we'll just play Gadwick, and hopefully this will be fine. I mean, they could just play the creature again, but I don't think that's very good. They could play Chandra this turn, though, and then just kill this. That's fine, actually. We can bounce that back to their hand if we want. That's also beautiful. I'll just Trickster it down before they attack with it. Discarded Stubborn Denial. I love it. Alright, well, you're not going to attack me. That's not really something I want to see. And then if in an emergency, we could just bounce it. Alright, so that's good. Okay. So anything they play this turn, we can just bounce back to their hand if we so choose. This Tempesh is going to hurt a lot. Okay, that's good. That's also fantastic. So let's see. If I play this right now, they're just going to stomp that anyway, so... You'll just attack first. Yep, it's fine. He's at 11. If I play Master Waves, I get 4 tokens. Like, none of this seems really good for him. Why is he keeping 2 mana open? What's the secret here? I can go to 9 from this. Do you have removal or... I don't know. He discarded a Stubborn Denial, so it makes me feel like he maybe has a counterspell. So if I play Master Waves, then I'm attacking for lethal next turn. Right. It'd be 8, 10. Yeah, alright, so if I do that, that's fine. And then Chandra can't actually do anything about it. I think Master Waves is just the way to go here, because as long as this thing survives, then like this will win us the game. Yeah, okay, beautiful. Okay. I think we are going to win this. Unless, what are you going to stop? Me? Okay. Doesn't really feel like it's doing very much. You have 1 card left after this, so you discarded another Stubborn Denial, so that's good to know, because this Rift would have been dead otherwise, so... Alright, so yeah, this plan would not have probably done as good. So what do you do here? Chandra? Chandra is not a winning plan, I don't think. Because I can still bounce this and just kill you. Oh no, you kill the Jin. Alright, that makes sense. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, well, let's just bounce this thing. Attack. Fatal Push. Oh, alright. Well, I guess that's gonna work. Alright. Go with Tempest, I guess. Damn, I didn't think about that. That was their last card, just a Fatal Push. I got greedy. I could have just... I don't know. If I would have... I could have played around Fatal Push and just exchanged a token for that. Alright, so why make 2 mana? What do you want to do here? Oh, you just want to play a bunch of Bone Crusher Giants? Already... no, you didn't have enough mana to play both. Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. Alright, so interesting choice here. I think Gadwick, I'm just going to draw 1 card. Chandra still doesn't really do anything. I can attack him. Let's see, he has to discard a card. Trying to think. I don't think they have any 1 mana spell that can kill this thing, because then on this will be a trigger, right? This doesn't. This is only when it targets a spell. So I can wait for them to discard, then bounce this and tap that. Like, I think that's fine. All right. Because the Jin is also, again, threatening to kill them as long as we don't die next turn. And Chandra won't be able to kill anything. So we'll just cast Gadwick for 1. That's fantastic. Now I can just use that instead. So I'll wait for them to discard their card first. Beautiful. Okay. So Tempest is currently killing them. Yep. Swamp. Okay, that's just not going to do it. So you have 1 other card we don't know about. That's not going to do it. Okay, you lose. Tempest just kills you. You have no cards left, you die. Alright, cool. Oh my god, we are going for 5-0. Damn, this is incredible. This deck has felt great. Please let's not fuck this up. So many times we come so close to doing this, and so many times we have failed to get to the last match, or get through this. Come on, we've got this. We fought so hard to get to this point. I just want to finish this, just this one time. No matter what, like, this has definitely been successful. I think there was one time where we got unlucky with drawing the Nykthos, and we still managed to win anyway. Where we got all 3 Nykthos. It was fucking terrible, but you know what? That's fine. We can do this. This deck feels ridiculously strong against all the stuff that we played against. Just one more match, and we can get there. Alright, I'm not going to ask for anything in particular, because if I ask to play against something or to not play against something, that's totally going to influence how MTGO does. I can feel it. So, I don't know. Silent prayers. Yeah, no matter what, though, I definitely feel like this list is the way to go. We haven't gotten to Overload Cyclonic Rift yet, but I don't know. I don't know if it's better or worse than Brazen Borrower, but it's definitely fine. So, yeah, let's do this. Now we're on the draw. We're against Edward 40 Hands. This is a very, very risky hand. I am going to keep it, though. Alright. We're on the draw, so if again, we have like 2 turns to draw another island. Alright. Oh, no! This is exactly what I did not want to face. Alright. So this is like going to be probably black-green Delirium. So I guess we probably lead with Cloudfin Raptor. Well, okay, they took it, so we're not. I guess we're just playing. Alright. That's fine. You know what? That's very good, because this helps us curve. Okay. Yeah, so I'm probably expecting, like, Grim Flayer this turn. Scavenging is... Alright, that's just the same. What do we do here? I guess this gives us the most options. Could play the Storm Tamer and then leave this up. They can make this a 3/3. If I want to play the Jhin next turn, I have to play the Trickster. It also relies on them not having removal. But I am going to play the Trickster, I think, and just hope that I can get Jhin out. I mean, they might have, like, Fatal Push or something, but if that's the case, so be it. I guess we're just doing this now. Alright, well, they're probably taking Tempest Jhin at this point. That's okay, though. We still have Brazen Borrower, which means we can bounce the Scavenging Ooze next turn if worse comes to worse. We can play Storm Tamer and leave up this. Or if they leave us with this, then we can still play it as long as, like, you know, this thing... yeah, if these survive, we're good. And chances look good of that, so... Alright, so we have a play for next turn, so... Alright, well, Traverse is just going to get a basic swamp, more than likely. Yep, okay. Which means stuff like Kalitas might be on the way. Ooh, okay. That's definitely a card that does stuff. He doesn't know about it either, so this could be very strong. Okay, no, that's fine. I'm willing to take a hit off of this thing. Because they already cast 2 Thoughtseizes. The odds that they're going to play a third one seem really low. We only have 3 cards left. I mean, we can counter Thoughtseize, but if we play the Brazen Borrower, then we can't, so... Questing Beast. Alright. I guess that we have to bounce this, right? I guess what? It's the difference between... If I bounce it, they're just going to play it and attack with it next turn. If I take 1 more damage, then that's going to slow them down considerably more. I think it's actually better to bounce the Scavenging Ooze here. Because the Ooze won't be able to attack now. Alright, that's beautiful. I'm 1 mana short from doing this, though. Alright, so... Nykthos for 4, 5. I can draw 2 cards. Still fine, though, because we can actually use the Borrower to tap this down, then. I guess let's attack with our Storm Tamers. Alright, let's just draw 2 cards. Those are not bad. That'll let us get some attacks in for sure. Alright. Oh, that sucks. Well, that was the risk. Remember, these hurt himself a fair bit to do that too, so that's worth noting. Okay. We might actually have this here, right? Because this will be 3... It depends. If we can draw a creature to, like, evolve this thing, we might actually kill them. I think here... Yeah, I want to Wizard's Retort this. I don't want them gaining life. And this still holds up a Storm Tamer. Alright, so I think if they don't have removal and if we can evolve this one more time, we actually can kill them. Okay, never mind. This still might be enough anyway. Oof. Okay, yeah, definitely. Okay, so let's see. 1, 2, 3. So this puts them to 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5, 6. Well, I have enough mana to overload this, so that's good. So if I can wait till the end of their turn, I can actually Cyclonic Rift overload. Alright, I just have to not die this turn. I want them to play a creature so I can end step, bounce everything, and they die. Okay. That's it. We win. Yeah, right, so that's enough. We just attack. Oh, God! We are one game away from this! Oh, my gosh. Okay. Alright, Tidebinder Mage is going to be very good here. Master Waves might not be... What about the rest of these cards? He has Abrupt Decay. He also has stuff like Tasigur. I don't know. Master of Waves could be very good, but it could also be really, really poor. Thassa seems like it would be pretty strong if we can draw it. Gadwick was just amazing. What about Harbinger and Trickster? Okay. Master is typically like they have Fatal Push and probably Assassin's Trophy that can kill it. They also have Murderous Rider, so maybe it's kind of weak. The Tidebinder does slow them down a little bit. Maybe our plan just needs to be to overload them on stuff they have to remove. Like, Master going, it can make a ton of stuff where it's like they have to kill it or they are going to die to it, probably. I don't know. What about Harbinger? Harbinger, like, Trickster and Harbinger both seem sort of okay. I'm not sure about that. I really don't know. We're on the draw, so... I mean, Harbinger can help us catch up. Like, Cyclonic Rift obviously won us that game. Cloudfin Raptor... This card seems like it could be fine. It has flying, so I think the flyers are probably like the best cards. Anything that is hard for them to block. This does bounce the Scavenging Ooze, so that way they can't just get infinite value out of it. Alright, I don't know what's right here. I'm gonna... Alright, I'll trim a Harbinger, a Trickster, and a Master of Waves. Think the counter spells are just kind of important. No, I want to keep these. We have enough wizards to play with them. I don't know what our best cards are, so I'm just hoping that something works here. This hand seems good enough to keep. Alright. Come on, we are so close. Alright. That's a pretty good draw. That means that our Tidebinder following up. If they play like Scavenging Ooze, we can Tidebinder it down, attack with the Cloudfin. They don't do anything. That's surprising. I'm not going to play Tidebinder yet. I need to get value out of it. I'd rather wait until I can bounce something with the Borrower. If they play like Tracker, I can just bounce that. Despise? Yeah, I can't actually do anything about that. Probably, honestly, all of these cards seem like probably things they want to take. I don't have like any scavenging, so I'm guessing they're sitting on like Murderous Rider and like Questing Beast, maybe like Tireless Tracker, maybe some number of Planeswalkers. They took Gadwick, that's interesting. So what do you do here? I think here I'm going to hold up the counterspell. They took... Like, what is in their hand? It's obviously, like, not Thoughtseize, and if it's... I guess they could have cast a removal spell in this already if they wanted to. I mean, if they don't do anything, maybe I just flash this in at the end of turn, and then next turn I can play Tidebinder and then hold up Retort. Alright, I think that's a plan. But if they... I want to save the counterspell for something important. Well, Field of Ruin's not doing shit. Alright, I guess we're just casting this. They might use some removal now on this thing. I just want to play patiently. Okay, so they can abrupt... So they have Decay. Alright, so they have more removal on hand, I'm assuming. And I'm gonna, again, hold up the Retort. They couldn't take the counterspell with the Despise, right? This is Creature or Planeswalker. That seems like a good card to bring in against us. We don't really have a whole lot of stuff that... Yeah, I guess that's fine. So, like, next turn, we could play Tidebinder and still... And like, safely still have this up, even if they use removal in this. Give me something worth countering, like... Ooh, alright, that's interesting. Is your hand really that bad? We don't want to use any more removal in this, huh? Okay. Well, we can actually play both of these things now. We can play... Now let's play the Storm Tamer first, because now we'll have two wizards so that we can still hold up the Retort if we want. Okay, I figured you probably had that. Pass. So, and then, yeah, next turn we can safely deploy Thassa if we want. I'm fine with trading this with the Quagmire, actually. That's not a big deal to me. Okay, well, we absolutely have to counter that. It doesn't really do us a whole lot of good. I don't know if I even want to play it because they have Field of Ruin to just blow it up right away. Is it a big deal if they do? Probably not. It just gets another land out of our deck. So they have 4 cards still, and they've been sandbagging stuff for a while. Alright, Satyr Wayfinder is actually probably a good thing for us. If that's what they're playing, then they probably don't have Dink. And they don't this only gets a land, right? So the rest go in the graveyard. Epic Downfall. Okay. That's a sorcery speed removal spell. They put a lot of good stuff in the graveyard, so... Okay, that's fine. We really just want to top deck anything that turns Thassa alive. Wow, their hand must suck, because they haven't done anything. Yeah, we definitely want that on top. Because we'll just tap this down and now attack for a bajillion. We're protected against Fatal Push with the Storm Tamer. Alright, we have lethal next turn. If they don't have an answer to this, they actually are going to die. So we have Storm Tamer, and we can make these things unblockable. So if they have 3 lands, they're dead. That doesn't do anything either. Oh my god, we might have this. Oh my god, I think we might have this. Oh god, please. Please let us have this. I think we just want to land on top right now. No! Okay, that's fine. I can't counter it. Okay, so Abrupt Decay. Is there anything that we can draw here? Land is not going to do it here. Damn it! No! No! We were so close! The Abrupt Decay was like the one thing. Oh, god. Because now Thassa doesn't get to attack. Alright, well... Alright, we have to just make Tidebinder unblockable. We're not dead yet. Like, we still have a counterspell. The Kalitas can gain them 5 life back. We're just gonna... They have to sack their zombie token to do it. And they're also in danger of us, like, top-decking anything. We also... Yeah, we have protection now, which is nice, so... No, I'm not gonna block. Okay. I can live with this. They have 1 card in hand. Come on, come on. We can do this. Trickster. Not another Abrupt Decay, please. What about Tempest Djinn? That honestly might do the trick. That will wake up Thassa and let us... If we do that, we can't... Alright, you know what? I'm going to put it on top. Because I think the Djinn might be close to enough to win. Do I actually care if you do that? I don't think that I do. Alright, you get another zombie token. I mean, I could counter this if I want to. I have no cards left in hand. If I just let this resolve, I can pay 3, play the Djinn, make Thassa unblockable, attack for 6. I can take a hit off of this thing. They'll get to make a zombie token. They can... How much can they attack us for? They can attack us for 5, 7, 8, 9. They can attack us for 10. They can gain 7 life. So we'll attack them for 6, put them to 2. They'll gain 7. No, they can't even attack us for that much. So okay, but let's just pretend that they could. So they would gain 7. They go to 9, but then Temptation just kills them. Oh no, I have to counter this because okay, no, never mind. None of this matters because no, I do want to counter this because I want the Temptation. I guess I attack with Thassa here. Because I'm not blocking Kalitas next turn, and this just means they gain less life. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So I think we're still okay, because now we still can sacrifice the Storm Tamer to... Alright, we might still have this. They can gain 5. No, I have to counter that. Is this enough? I don't think it is. I think we can kill them. They can gain 7 life. And they're not blocking. We're attacking them for 13? If we draw an island, we kill them. Alright, they have no cards in hand. Alright, right? What about Merfolk Trickster? That might be fun. Okay, so do we go for it? So we have 7. We can attack them with this, and we can Trickster down this thing, and like I don't think they have any way of winning the game at that point. They're going to go to 1, and they're not going to be able to block. I am going to put that on top. Because I don't think they can kill us. Alright, I guess let's do this in the upkeep before they have any cards to draw. Alright, come on! We can do this! One more turn! Just don't draw anything. Come on, come on, come on. Just pass. Yes! Yes! Oh my god, we did it! Yes! Oh, that was amazing! That was definitely a match where I was scared out of my mind. Oh god. Yes, we did it! 5-0, baby! Mono Blue Devotion showing the power of Chadwick. Oh my god, what an incredible card. Like, he did so much work today, and just amazing. I think this list was pretty close to where we needed it to. Like, I don't know if I would change anything for this. Like, we got to see even Cyclonic Rift Overloaded won us a game, like Master of Waves and Cerulean Drake just punishing the red decks. Tidebinder Mage, like, absolutely just... That was actually pretty important because it helped. It tapped down their chump blocker and put a bunch of devotion in the board. So it's like a 2-for-1 in that it woke up Thassa and at the same time is removing their ability to block. So just helping to push through the damage. We didn't bring in like the artifacts, but you know what? That's fine. We didn't play against like a lot of these decks, but geez, like our main deck was just so ridiculously powerful against these decks. It was incredible. Just what a deck. This is gonna be great. Hopefully this is gonna get published. That's all I want in this. I think this deck is like damn near perfect. Like, I enjoyed every bit of this. The Brazen Borrower was also fantastic. Like, every single card in this deck pulled its weight. Oh, this is great. What a great way to start off the year. I have nothing else to say. Like, you saw everything kind of worked out exactly the way that we wanted it to. I think, yeah, like this was just perfect. So, yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Now, come on, if you have not like been liking and subscribing to the videos, you have to do it now. Like, I don't ask all the time, and I really should get in the habit of promoting this. But yeah, if you want to watch more awesome Mono Blue content on here, I play this deck in Pioneer. I play like Merfolk and Legacy, and sometimes in Modern. please like and subscribe to this. This is fantastic. I had so much fun playing with this, and I hope everybody gets to come back and watch this deck in action, because Mono Blue, I think, is very strong and very underrepresented right now. And honestly, I think a huge part of it is our good friend Chadwick. Like, he was just fantastic every time, and I do not regret playing all 4 copies of him. And honestly, I'm willing to even play all 3 Nykthos, even if we had stuff like the Game 1, because it just makes him so much stronger and makes like the rest of our deck just that much more powerful. So thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again on Sunday or Monday. It depends. I will be playing a Legacy 1K on Saturday, so fingers crossed. The last 2 went very well for me, so we'll see how this one goes. I'm going to be playing blue-green, so yeah, Tropical, Merfolk, and Legacy. Let's hope that it works for me on Saturday. So I need to get one more tropical island to finish my deck. So let's hope for it. But yeah, no, this is fantastic. I enjoy this. So thanks everybody. I will see you again soon. Bye bye.